Doesn't it seem like our politicians always come up with enough money to send overseas or to send to their donors, but never enough for us? Just seems like every election is the same. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. Listen, I'm very passionate about small businesses, and I know this is not always the most exciting topic, but they affect all of us. 99.9% of all businesses in our country are small businesses. And in fact, small firms create 2/3 of all net new jobs compared to the large. And our government is very biased for large firms, so I'm sure that this small business number is actually a lot higher. That's with small firms getting like no government help. All the corporate subsidies and all the tax breaks all go to the large firms. And the SBA, the Small Business Administration, is the one branch of government that is supposed to be helping small businesses. And yet, year after year, presidents have cut the budget or even tried to close the department down completely. And yes, Congress has their role to play in this too. But the president's administration is the one that actually submits the budget for approval or denial. So even going back to 1984 with Reagan, he wanted to abolish the SBA. Luckily, Congress did not like that and didn't go for it. And then you had President Bush who tried to cut the budget, even though it only accounts for 0.02% of the entire federal budget. And then you had President Obama and Congress who successfully cut the budget for the SBA. The Biden administration also cut the budget, and not only that, they also put more regulations in place that if small businesses didn't comply could result in heavy fines and even jail time. And I know what you must be thinking, President Trump would never do that. He's the business guy. Of course he would support our small businesses. And yet he also wanted to cut the SBA budget. It's just insane because the SBA runs on $1 billion a year, and yet the Pentagon had an accounting error and accidentally sent $6 billion to Ukraine. Imagine if that accidental error went to the SBA instead. Or the Pentagon can't account for 63% of all its assets. The moral of the story is we need to demand more from our politicians. The media, the news, they used to keep our government accountable for us, but they've completely abandoned their responsibility. It is up to us to hold our politicians, our government accountable. Especially if you're a Trump supporter, there's just no way we can make America great again if we're not supporting our small businesses. But as always, let me know your thoughts about this and make sure you're following me for more.